I heard a lot of noise after Sunday, and I see the things going south, and I'm sorry for that. I believe that I took very seriously my job and my role as Žalgiris coach. I coach a legendary historical team, 80 years, and I, as a coach, we all have an unbelievable support from fans of any kind of gender, any kind of age. I feel it on my skin every day, and I cannot allow myself to be divisive. And what I mean with this divisive, I cannot create hostility or disagreement between people. And this is what happened. Again, I'm sorry for how the thing escalated, okay? I had zero intention to insult anybody, to harm anybody, but I still may disagree with the content of the questions, but what I think now is not really important, because it's not important what I think, it's important how about my words, but it's important how my word has been perceived. And this is on me. My word has been perceived in a wrong way. It was, I believe, a little bit, I would really love to be able to speak Lithuanian language, because it's a very rich language, and I would for sure can find a different way to express what I was trying to express. And unluckily, I'm trying, but it's very difficult. I can tell you a couple of, I'd say, 50, 60 words in Lithuanian, but I cannot express myself. So my intention was that I cannot see the situation from the keyhole, but from the big picture. And I was not able to deliver the message. And for this reason, I'm sorry. And on the other end, as I said, I come every day to work here, and I know that I'm entitled to nothing, and nobody owes me anything. So this is my mindset when I come to work every day, and I have to keep it in mind even more. I'll try to, whenever I will have the chance again, to deliver or to express myself in a different way, to be very, very clear. But nothing is personal, Tautvydas. I still strongly disagree with the questions, but I'm not allowed to be divisive. And I'm not allowed, so nobody, you are doing your job, I'm doing my job. We don't have to always agree. There will be other situations where we will not agree, okay? Still, the thing cannot go south like this, and that's on me. Okay?
Anyway, a game awaits us this week, so...
Really? There is also a game?
Yeah, also. So, could you tell us about the trip to Greece? And the
Okay, this is a very difficult road game, one of the most difficult road games against one of the best teams, and we have mix of feelings. Great win with Barça, bad, poor game, below average game on Sunday, and we need to regroup. We need to play a very smart game. We need to be able to play against one of the toughest, no, not one, the toughest defense in Europe. And it will be very important that we try to take the game on our style of basketball, because they have a very specific style, very, very physical, tough defense, and this kind of system is able to disrupt many offenses, not only our offense. So that will be the key of the game. We will need some players to find their role in the team. We're still very fresh, very new. Chemistry is something that we are still looking for. It looks that one day we found it, and after 2 days we lost it. So this will be, I believe, until December it will be like this. And we are trying to minimize it, but this is when you change the way of playing, you change key players, and it's something that I was expecting. Of course, I would expect that we could play a little bit better on Sunday, but we had a reaction, and this is a very good thing. We came back down by 20-2, and was not enough. But we need to prolong our good stints and shorten a little bit when we start struggling, and we don't have the right flow.
Hello, Coach. Thank you for apologize, first of all. And let's talk about basketball, about Pirėjų Olympiakos. Vezenkov is coming back to Euroleague after 1 year break. Do you see any changes in his style of game this year, or in his role in Olympiakos comparing to his MVP season?
No, he is Vezenkov. He is a genius. He is Klay Thompson in Europe. He can score 30 points without one dribble. Very rare. He's a unicorn, one of a kind, and guarding him is a headache for the coach, for the players, for everybody.
Hello, Coach. Marius Milašius from 15 Minutes. Fenerbahce managed to contain Sasha Vezenkov actually pretty well. He attempted just 6 shots. What can you learn from Fenerbahce's defense from the first game?
I believe that Fenerbahce played a very, very good game, and Marjanovic was a factor, because having Marjanovic in the middle of the paint, you can behave on the three-point line better. More than better, sorry. You can channel the ball towards a big fella. And Vezenkov is extremely good in beating you on the three-point line and finishing at the rim. So backdoors, off-ball movement. He's great in anticipating. So I don't believe we can do the same things at Fenerbahce just because how the roster is built.
Hello, Coach. Erikas Petrikas from LRT. Obviously, there isn't only Sasha Vezenkov on Olympiakos. The hottest topic is Evan Fournier, who joined the Greece team. But what do you see his role in his start of the season in Olympiakos? And, for example, can he be a defensive liability while his joinement in Europe is still adapting and going forward, so on and so forth?
No, he cannot be. Because their defensive system that is unique is made, built, and crafted for not having defensive liability, because they have the best helping system in Europe. And I don't see liabilities there.
And obviously, Olympiakos won't have two centers, Mustafa Fall and Nikola Milutinov. Does this help Žalgiris in any way in playing that game in Greece?
I believe that Moses Wright and Filip Petrušev are playing very well. So it is a little bit different. I believe this gives them a lot more options on offense. Okay. And Petrušev is an in and out player, and this becomes, the court becomes very big to guard. So I don't see, I believe they are, when they brought back Vezenkov, and they kept all the bigs. I believe that they are built for winning it finally. You know, I believe that. So it's from outside, it's extremely interesting to watch the reaction. So they lost two Final Fours, one at the buzzer with the Lille teardrop, and last year they lost again. And what they did, I wanted more. I wanted more. I wanted more. So they invest more. They brought back their best player, and from the NBA. And this is, I see from outside what is their mission. They are on a mission to win the EuroLeague title. So we have to go there with the helmet. We have to be very aware of the level of the game that is required, both ends of court, and we need to play the best game possible, because if they play good and we don't play excellent, the game goes on their side.
Hello, Coach. Juozas Vaičkinas from Delphi. What do you see the main differences between last season Olympiakos roster and this?
I cannot answer you this now, because they are playing the last games without Fall and Milutinov, so it's a little bit difficult for me to answer your question.
And how you reacted to Šara's conflict with Barzdokos in the last game?
I know both Šaras and Yorgos. I know how much passion they put in their job. I know what hell of a coach are, both. And I'm sure that a good bottle of wine will fix the problem again.
Hi, Coach. Jonas Miklovas, Basket News. Again, thank you for your statement in the beginning. It means a lot for the journalist community. After the Sunday's
I
game...
was able to unify you.
Yeah, you did. But it's nice to
Put the medal on.
be back on track, you know. So after Sunday's game, what was the reaction that you saw in your team in the first practice after that game?
Of course, we didn't have a day off. Of course, we analyze the game. That's my job. And I'm enough experienced to tell you that the reactions are almost for every team the same. The thing is, my job is to make the reaction last. So when my son does something wrong, I address it. And he feels sorry. But the only thing that I cannot let him do is that he feels sorry for 2 hours, because it's not enough. I prefer that my team responds on the court than in practice. I prefer that I would love that we are able to process why it happened, to don't let it happen again. It's easy to have a reaction after the game. It's not easy to have reaction within the game. To tell you the truth, we had a very strong finish. Down by 20, we came 88-86. That was a reaction, was not a reaction with flow, was not a reaction with a lot of basketball, was a reaction from the guts. So at least we have guts. Now we have to put together the guts, the basketball, the chemistry, the reads.
Ignas Barzdeikis will play against his former team. From your experience, what does he need to do and what you need to do in telling him something for him to not burn out and to play a good game against his former team, because there's going to be a lot of emotions, I suppose.
If I had this answer, I will make millions with a startup. Every person is different. Every person comes to a game with his former team in a different mindset. Same player can have two different mindsets from one year to the other. Every season is a new season. If you bring back 12 players, the whole team from the previous season, they are not the same team, they are not the same players. So I am observing the situation. I believe that the only thing that I will advise Iggy is to don't burn the candle from both sides, because maybe the light is stronger, but it lasts half of the time.
Coach, what is situation about Brady Manick? Is there any chance to see him?
Today, no. Tomorrow, maybe, but today, no.
And why do you think Alan Smilagic have such a hard start to adapting to the team comparing with other players?
I don't know. I can have different ideas, but I don't have a clear picture yet.
There's one familiar face in Olympiakos roster, Keenan Evans. He doesn't play right now, but did you have a chance to catch up with him to talk about his
We
start and
exchanged
period?
a couple of thoughts in the summer. Unbelievable human being. He will always have room in my heart for the person he is before the player he is. I will see him and hug him with unbelievable human pleasure.
And if Keenan comes back
Don't
close
ask me.
to his form,
Don't ask me.
like
I'm not the guy to answer these things.
I'm not asking about Keenan, I'm asking more about Olympiakos team. If he comes
Don't ask
back,
me about Olympiakos team. I have to try to compete with them. Listen, I have to fight to fix my chemistry. How can I fix their chemistry?
but seeing the overall picture, if Keenan is as close as he was last year after coming back from his first injury, is Olympiakos a team to beat in the Euroleague, in your opinion?
In my opinion, Olympiakos and Panathinaikos and Fener are in this moment, the three best teams. But this means anything, because it counts who will be the best team in May. Ačiū.